Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WSL's Season 8 after our Christmas and New Year break. I hope you all had a lovely time and you had a great New Year seeing it in. I know mine was nice and peaceful, so that was good. Hope yours was all good. So we come back to race 11 of Season 8. We're heading off to the lovely Monza. A lot of people's favourite track. Final two races of the season coming up. One more race after this, and then Season 8 ends, and then we'll be looking at sorting out Season 9 at some point. The calendar's already kind of sorted. We will be releasing that a couple of weeks before the new season. We're ever closer to opening our second tier here at WSL for F1, which would be good. It's been a while since that's happened. I think it's literally just because of the game is the reason why that was stopped. But yeah, we're getting ever closer, which is good. So, final two races of the season. Let's quickly go over the standings. That Sim Racer is currently sat in first, with 236 points. Axim in second with 180 points. JDM Josh third with 117. JDM Panda with 104. All sat pretty close to one another in that respect. And my headset's not working. Let's give it a little bit more of a charge. Squirrel sat in fifth with 85. G down in sixth. Osmingo in seventh. Fabio Fred in eighth. Sekwo in ninth. RB in 10th. Zen in 11th. Lipmanen in 12th. RBR Magster sat in 13th. Freedom Scott 14th. Kitch G 15th. Police King in 16th. Nick in 17th. Air XL in 18th. ST in 19th. Bettman in 20th. Sausage in 21st. Brad in 22nd. Car in 23rd. Set Down in 24th. Nikon in 25th. Race Kip in 26th. Young Sappy, AH Cordis, and Makeup Sum are three of our newest drivers that have literally just joined in the last few weeks. Sat in 27th, 28th, and 29th. As they have not raced, they are all reserves. So we've still got 10 minutes before the race. I'm just waiting for people to accept the invites, get in. Just waiting on Young Sappy. Oh no, Arby's already in, don't have to worry about that. Lipmanen and Squirrel have to. They're still waiting on a few people to join. No, he's not joining now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Potentially 11 drivers, minimum of 10. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Doobie-doobie-doo. Hey Alex, how's it going, mate? So good you won't be racing tonight, but I haven't said anything yet. But yeah, it's quite funny what's going to happen. Hey Alex, how's it going, mate? So good you won't be racing tonight, but seriously, got 5 minutes and people still aren't joining. It's starting to do my head in now. Yeah, doing good, mate. I'm glad to be back to doing some sort of comms again. I have sort of missed it, but been able to do loads of background stuff for next season and bits and pieces. So yeah, been able to keep busy. Yes, exactly. No attendance for the final 2 races, and yet you are still going to claim your 4th championship. That in itself is quite a feat. So well done to you, mate, for that. Yes, exactly. No attendance for the final 2 races, and yet you are still going to claim your 4th championship. That in itself is quite. Who was the other one? Hey, RB, how's it going? I think it's still quite close to like New Year, final couple of races. It kind of happens. Um, but we're still going to go ahead regardless. We've only got this race and Jeddah. Yeah, Jeddah left. So we'll finish this season off why that's not happening then. Seem to have lost me dongle for me headset. How was your Christmas and everything, Arby? Did you have a good one? Same with you, Alex. Did you have a good Christmas and New Year? How was your Christmas and everything, Arby? Did you have a good one? Same with you, Alex. Did you have a good Christmas and New Year? Alright, going to give another 60 seconds. Sorry, let's go. So we've only got 8 drivers tonight, but you just woke up. Oh damn, 3 in the morning. It's usually the time I go to sleep. Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. Doing well. Glad to be back to watching some racing, doing some comms. We're hoping, and things are looking good. Oh, rain at quali. This is going to be interesting. What was I saying? Yes, we are hoping and ever growing closer to having 2 tiers for next season. Okay. Spectator menu. Yeah, that. And that. Okay, guys. How about now? Is that any better? Okay, so who's the first going out? Mingo's there. Got a couple out already. Ah, we got Magster. She's first out. ideal. So Magster pulls over, let's scroll through. Just on their warm-up laps. And here comes Squirrel to set the first times lap. Getting a braking spot just right into turn 1 and 2 there. Got to get that exit just perfect. No squirreling coming out there. That's really well done. And down into second chicane. Heavy brake in. Oh, little bit of a slide there coming out. Not the easiest track whilst under wet conditions, that's for sure. Little bit of a Tokyo drift coming out of there. Now, heading down to Ascari, this is never the easiest place at the best of times. But Squirrel seems to have got that under control. Cross the line on a 127.7. Pretty good for a first lap. Oh, Osmingo getting a little bit out of shape coming through final turn there. It does a 128.2. I've just got to send an invite to one of the guys. I'm trying to remember his damn name. So Osmingo, Lipman goes on a 132.0. Who's going to be the next one to cross the line? Probably. Oh no, she's just on an outlap. So I'm going to guess it's probably Kitch. So Kitch goes across the line. He done a 132.1. Oh, for crying out loud! Arby goes on a 129.3, so managing to get fourth. Sender's a 129.0. Magster is the only one left to set a time. Let's see what she can do. loud. What is it with people? Alright, so Magster coming through. Final turn. Crosses the line. Does a 131.9. Young, our newest driver, has just set a 134.7. And Squirrel has just gone even quicker and done a 127.0. Over a second quicker than Osmingo, who's 8/10 clear of Zen. Is Zen up on his time? Let's have a look as he comes through the final corner. Can never remember corner names apart from Ascari. Crosses the line, does a 120. It does a 141, so he was much slower that time round. RB's 3/10 up on his previous time, so he could be challenging Zen for third place here. Eight tenths up on his previous time, coming up to Ascari, so he's really pushing it. 8/10 up. He could even look at challenging Osmingo if he gets a little bit quicker. Going through the final corner, I think it's Parabolica, if I remember rightly. I can never remember. Crosses the line, does a 128.3, goes 9/10 quicker. So yeah, well done RB on improving your time that much. Zen currently 2/10 up on his time. Crosses the line, goes on a 128.6, ends up 4/10 quicker. So it's a hell of an improvement. How's Osmingo doing? Osmingo's currently invalidated his lap. Young was 4/10 slower. That's unfortunate. Magster is also 6/10 slower. Oh, a little bit out of shape there. One of the Alpines. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, Zen. Who was I on? Young. Young's 2 seconds down this time. Alright, let's try. One of our guys is unable to join, so I'm just going to try and invite him in again. So Osmingo is the only one out there at the moment. He's 3/10 quicker. So at least he's going to be under the second mark as long as he's apparently set the fastest second sector. Coming through Parabolica. Again, I think that's the name. I'm going to have to find out what the bloody names of these corners are at some point. Crosses the line, actually sets the fastest time of 126.7. 3/10 quicker than Squirrel. So it looks like we're going to have a hell of a battle between these two for the race, if it's wet or if it's dry. Not sure how it's going to end up. but it could be a really interesting race. But yeah, well done, Osmingo there. So Squirrel coming up to the second. Chicane, and currently set the fastest sector. Heading towards Ascari. Let's see what he's doing right now. 4 tenths up. So if he carries on like this, he could end up on pole by a couple of tenths, which would be really good to see. Be a hell of a battle, especially with Sim not here tonight. Ooh, got a little out of shape there. However, crosses the line on a 126.3, 7 tenths of a second quicker than his previous time, and nearly 4 tenths of a second quicker than Osmingo. Well done on a fantastic lap. Kitch is currently 3 tenths down on the previous time, but still got time to make up for it. Wow, apparently 6 tenths up on his previous time going through Ascari. Went a little bit wide there. That's going to hinder him quite substantially going down that back straight. A bit of a dry line coming on now, but still not quite dry enough to think of attempting anything. Crosses a line, goes third on a 128.3. Brilliant lap there by Kitch. However, Lippmanen takes it by 100th of a second. He goes third. That's a hell of a lap. Well done, Lippmanen. So RB currently 2 tenths up. Not quite sure who's that in front of him. Magster. So they're both on a flying lap, so don't really have to give way. Oh. So what was the point? I'm lost there. So here comes Zen through the final corner. Let's see what he can do. Heading straight into the pit, so he's going to go on for a new set of tyres. I'm kind of curious as to what tyre they're going to go on to. Osmingo comes out on Inters again. 2 lap old Inters. No, he's not. So we got less than 3 minutes left. Everyone kind of has to get out. Lippmanen still third. Kitch still fourth, separated by that 100th of a second. Yes, I know you do, mate. You are like a whole different animal in the wet. It's just amazing to watch. So we're just going to jump on board with Kitch here. And see what he does coming down towards Ascari. Little bit of a Tokyo drift. We are currently yellow in Sector 3. Looks like the Mercedes has slowed down a bit. Kitch is 10th down on his previous time. Oh, he's going to be even more if he does things like that. Yeah, watching you in wet Alex is just something else again. So let's see what Liquid does across the line here. Or is he going to jump into the pits? Oh, goes a little wide, so he invalidates his lap. Apparently 1.5 seconds up. I don't see that somehow. Thanks, game. So let's see what Osmingo does. He's currently a 10th up, so that would put him under 4/10. Behind Squirrel. However, he did kind of mess up coming out of the hairpin there. Let's see what he does going down towards Ascari. He's currently 3/10 up on his previous time, so it actually didn't hinder him in any way, which is good. He did set the fastest time through Sector 2. T1 would be chaos. Yes, it would, Stan. I'm not going to lie. Watching the rain in any track is chaos. So Osmingo crossing the line. What's he going to do? Is he going to... He goes fastest. Wow. What a time there. Going from 3/10 to 6/10 quicker by crossing the line. He is now first currently. Let's see what Squirrel can do. Squirrel is currently 4/10 up on his previous time, so this could be interesting. Could we see the first into the 125s under the wet conditions? Round the final corner comes Squirrel, nice and tidy. Crosses a line, goes 125.5, 8/10 of a second quicker. Wow, what a time. Kitsch abandoning his current lap. Let's see what Abi can do. Is he going to improve? Young is coming around the final corner ever so slightly quicker than Magster. I think Magster's just gone wide there, so let's see what Young can do. Crosses a line, decides to spin out. Abi has invalidated his lap. Zen's not going to go any quicker because I know he went wide a little bit earlier. And I think he's currently down. He's got damage on his front wing, so yeah, he's not going to improve his time, which sucks. So Squirrel with a 125.5, sitting on pole position. Osmingo half a second slower in second. Lippmann in third. Congratulations, mate. Well done on that. Kitsch G on fourth, Arby on fifth, Zen sixth, Young in seventh with his first race here, and Magster in eighth, less than a tenth behind Young. So it could be an interesting race between the back few, but anything can happen at Monza. So there we go, guys. There is the standings after the qualifying there. So half a second. That was an impressive final sector from Squirrel there. I wasn't quite sure he was going to pull out that much, but that was an impressive lap. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be dry for the race. That would prove to be a better one, I'm not going to lie. I do prefer watching dry races. I definitely prefer driving them. But wet qualifying always bring up a good spanner in the works. And there we go. Dry race. Dan, Alex, predictions for the race. Where are we going with this one? Ooh, people are learning. I'll give it a minute. Okay, who done it? Squirrel Ross will win, yes. But you're going to be on the podium. I mean, that would be interesting to see. So Zen and Young disqualified already. Apparently that was Zen's problem, or Zen's fault. Okay. Oscar's been putting in a lot of time into practice in Monza, so I hope he shines through. To be fair, Oster's got the pace. I'm not going to lie. He has been unfortunate in a lot of the races with penalties and stuff like that. Same as Axim. That's one of the reasons why I don't think he's got a chance to catch you, even if he comes into the final race of the season. But yeah, it's going to be a straight up fight between these two, without a doubt. So there's possible race strategies, mediums to hards or hards to mediums, depending which way you go. In fact, everyone's starting on mediums. Fair enough. Okay, just waiting on the final few to sit on the starting line. There's all 9 drivers. We are 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are lights out, and here we go here at Monza. Looks like Squirrel gets a little bit of a decent start, but still has a little bit of a rear slide on the end. Osmingo Kitch up into 3rd already. Dive down into, that Red Bull, literally, what were you doing? And that's someone spun round. That is Arby round there. Chaos into turn 1. You were warned to be very careful. Magster up into 3rd, real beneficiary of all of that carnage. Little bit of a tap there from Kitch on the way through the corner. Got to be really, really careful, guys. People take different braking points, and that is, who was that going off? Was that Young? Yes, Young went wide into the corner there. I think he got a little bit. And there he goes again. Is that because of missing part of a front wing there? Yes, it is. Zen currently in last. However, Osmingo and Squirrel have literally just, currently run away. Max is still up in 4th, however, getting chased by Air here in the Red Bull. Who was getting chased by Lipman. Lipman right on his gearbox there. But this is going to be an interesting fight down into turn 1. Osmingo literally side by sides. Let's turn on the... No. Up. 1... Little bit of snap of the rear axle there. I'm pretty sure that was not intended in any way, shape or form from Mingo there. So these 3 are pretty close by. Lipman is ahead of RB. Air is out. I'm not quite sure what on earth happened there. I think he's just retired in the pits, actually. So Magster up into 4th. The best beneficiary of all of them after the carnage of turn 1. However, it looks like she got a little bit out of shape through the second chicane. It's allowing Litmanen to have a look. But of course it bloody does. Yeah, so she's currently the beneficiary of everything that's happened here. Still in fourth. Down towards Parabolica, these two are literally separated by nothing whatsoever. Osmingo setting the fastest lap on a 122.8 currently. Squirrel with the DRS wide open. Gonna take a move down into the inside of turn one here. Oh, Mingo again. With that little snap of the rear axle there. Oh, carnage into turn one. Looks like Magster's just lost part of a front wing there. Young Sappy with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. So this is the race to watch at the moment with this lot. We've got Lippmann and Arby literally right behind one another. They are chasing down Kitch. Kitch is slipping behind the front two. I'm not quite sure he has wing damage. Nope, that's good. So let's watch these two heading down. Ooh, wheel touch on the grass there from Lippmann. That is not a good thing to do coming through a scurry, because that is absolutely lethal. So Mingo is within 0.3 of a second here. DRS wide open. Let's watch this going down towards turn one. Is he going to make the move? He's going to look at it. Is he going to get the later break in? He's done it again. Rear lockup. Your brake bias is all wrong, my friend. However, it looks like he's slowed down purposely to let Squirrel through, which is good sportsmanship if it was the case. So Kitch, Arby and Lippmann are all pretty close together here. Arby apparently setting the fastest first sector. This could be interesting. Ooh, little bit of a slide there. Letting Kitch know that he's there in the rear view mirrors by just popping out ever so slightly there. And Zen's catching on these guys. So we could have a four-way battle. And Magster's not far behind Zen as well. And here we go down into the start-finish straight. Arby is in a perfect position here to make the move on Kitch. Osmingo has made the move on Squirrel, but Squirrel has managed to keep it coming out of turn two. Arby making the pass there, going down before turn one. Osmingo's left session. What's happened to Mingo? Okay, guys, ever so quickly, I'm just going to send Mingo another invite. Where are you? There he is. I think I got the right one. Young with another 3-second penalty. So he's up to 6 seconds. So it looks like Squirrel's just going to be able to pull away here. Arby's going to be able to reel in Mingo because of this. Oh no. Oh, Mingo, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That really sucks. You were having a great battle between the two of you. And sorry, whilst all that's happening, guys, I've missed that Lippmann has actually got past Kitch. Which was not expected. How long is the Paro going to be out, Mingo? Kitch with DRS wide open. Is he going to make a move into turn one? No, he's not. He's decided that he's a little bit too far back to be able to make the move safely into turn one. So it looks like Squirrel is going to be taking the W here tonight. Oh man, that really sucks. Sorry to hear that, buddy. So Lippman having the drive of the season tonight so far. Currently in fourth. RB just takes second place, going through Mingo's Ghost. Unfortunately, his power cut out because of a snowstorm. So that really sucks for him. So now, RB's got to try and chase down Squirrel. Zen gets patched. Kitch! Oh, they touch ever so slightly going through Parabolica. However, they are both still in a straight line. Both going to get DRS. So it is going to be... it looks like Kitch has got the better setup for the straight line speed down into turn 1. However, they all make a position up on Mingo. So RB is not closing much on... Oh, looks like Lippman got out of sorts going through turn 1 and 2. He has now lost 2 positions heading down towards the second chicane here. Has a look, but decides against it. Obviously, the second chicane definitely not... Ooh! Lippman getting out of all sorts there, managing to miss the back end of Zen, which is quite lucky. So yes, Squirrel currently out in first place, RB in second, Kitch in third, being chased by Zen here. And Lippman, after his little mistake, is going to have to play a little bit of catch up here. Ooh, Kitch getting out of sorts there, allowing Zen to get alongside him. It's going to be a straight run towards Parabolica here. Oh, Kitch backs up ever so slightly. Does that give him the DRS coming down the straight? Yes, it does, because we've just passed the DRS line. That's right. So what a race we have so far. Sappy with a further 3-second penalty. That's 3 of them now. So Lippman are not really making up much time on these guys just yet. Sometimes it takes drivers a lap or 2 after a little bit of a mistake to get back into it. Don't worry about it, Young. However, please, whatever you do not pause the game and type in chat. Dan, come on, Zen. Yes, I'm all for supporting Zen. He's had a few bad races, unfortunately, this season. So hopefully this one... Oh, looks like he got a little bit out of sorts going through Ascari as well. That's allowed Kitch to really catch up. However, Kitch making the pass. That's going to give Zen the DRS coming out onto the start-finish straight. And there it is, wide open. Goes onto the outside, straight down. Done halfway down the straight. So that's really good. Some really good racing from these two. Really competitive. Ooh, looks like Zen got the better exit there out of turn 2. So Squirrel and RB having a bit of a lonely race. However, his RB's teammate Kitch now has a 3-second penalty. That really sucks, unfortunately for him, because he's having a really good battle with Zen here. Battle of the race currently. So down towards Ascari, Kitch with DRS wide open. The killer corner, as I like to call it. Now apparently there goes my vape juice. Just messaging the missus. So Kitch still behind Zen here. RB is now 10 seconds behind Squirrel. However, Zen seems to be ever so slightly catching his teammate. Could Zen get second place? Like and describe? You mean like and subscribe? Sorry, Dan. Yes, like and subscribe. We will have some GT7 content coming soon. I have done some commentating on some of the races so far this season. And our next race is on Thursday. If you are watching and you do like to commentate and you wish to commentate on our GT season, get in touch with Dan and myself, and we can definitely look at doing something with that. So we've had a few people join. Nice. That one, that one. Oh, Magster has got past Litmanen's gone into the pits. He's done an early pit stop. Gone on to hards already. Hopefully trying to get the overcut done, maybe. So Zen's starting to pull a gap out ahead of Kitch here, and slowly closing in on his teammate, who's staying within the 11-second mark currently of Squirrel, but Squirrel's on a pace of his own at the moment. Yes, subscribe, Dan. Subscribe. So these are currently the closest two on the track. But Zen is definitely closing in on his teammate. I'm wondering if he's managing to save the tyres a bit better than what Arby is. With Arby trying to chase down Squirrel here. Kitch is going in for a pit. He's going to try and make an overcut on Zen here. So Magster now up into fourth. She's doing quite well. I know she's pretty good with tyre wear. And with Monza, it's all about tyre wear. Because of how short the track is and how quick you can get around it, is definitely about saving ERS and saving tyres. So Zen's doing a really good job here and just slowly reeling in his teammate. I'm still really, really gutted that Mingo has had his snowstorm, which has caused him to leave. So Mingo now, Zen now just over the 2-second mark behind his teammates. However, Arby with a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not going to benefit him whatsoever. That is highly unfortunate. That was just gutting. I'm not going to lie. He was driving such an amazing race. The only thing you can do is just hope that everyone ahead of him crashes. Alpine clash incoming. Do you know, if it was some of the other teams with some of the other drivers, I would probably agree. However, knowing these two and the way they drive, it would have been good. So, Zen is now second. Way behind Squirrel here, who is happily controlling his race. Not having to worry too much. Going to pit now, though. So what's Zen going to do? Is Zen going to go one more lap and hope for the best? Or is he going to go one more? Going to pit now. He's going to pit now. Doesn't get a 10-second penalty. I'll be now in third, just overtaking Magster along the back straight. However, backs out of it. Realising, ooh, little bit of a touch there. I don't think he quite realised that Magster was going to be on the inside there, so he tried sneaking up the inside. Magster's gone into the pits. Kitch is now up into fourth. So where's Zen coming out? Zen's coming out right behind his teammates, so this is going to be an interesting fight with these two. Kitch didn't get the jump on Zen. However, he's got quite close. Lippmann up into fifth. Max is going to come out in sixth. So she's having a pretty good race overall. These three are pretty close together again, within 5 seconds. Dan will be the next to retire. I've got the direction of travel. I'm not going to be doing an Ocon Brazil with this scroll. So, everyone apart from Young has now pitted. I wouldn't be too surprised if... Well, Young's gone past the pit lane, so he's probably going to go for another lap. However, it is still his first race with us, so it's going to take a little getting used to. Hopefully with 2 tiers. Hopefully with 2 tiers next season. Dan, that's what we've got to push for. It allows us to get more competitive like it has for GT. So, 1.6 between RB and Zen. 1.9. You can definitely see the different braking zones between people on certain corners, which is quite interesting. But yeah, it looks like Squirrel's going to be currently, as it stands, looks like Squirrel's going to be taking the win for this one, which would bring him $110. It'll put him third currently, ahead of JDM Panda, who is not racing today, unfortunately. RB, as it stands, would, oh wow, potentially end up ahead of Dan. You still got Jeddah, buddy. Try and get much practice as possible for Jeddah. Young with a further 3-second penalty here. Zen within the second of his teammate. Yeah, we've still got Jeddah, so get as much practice as you can for that. Hopefully the weather holds out for you. Zen's setting the fastest lap. Did I miss that? No, I didn't. Zen did get the fastest lap on a 122.1. That's actually quite impressive. Zen lurking down the inside of his teammate towards Ascari, decides against it. The best thing to do is just to hold off, wait to Parabolica, get the DRS down towards the start-finish straight. But it looks like his teammate has... Oh, Young has got a 10-second speed penalty into the pit lane. Squirrel setting the fastest up on a 129.129. Ever so slightly quicker than what Zen managed to get it. Is Zen going to improve? No, he doesn't. But Arby now with the DRS. Oh, sign up for GT. So this is going to be the fight for second place. Kitch falling behind these two. Wondering if the tyre change has not suited the McLaren whatsoever. But these two are going to have the fight of the race by the looks of things. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to agree with Dan here. Now that Minga's out of it, the race kind of feels a bit stale up front. Especially with Alex not here as well. Because it would have been a good race between the two of them. Or the three of them, even. So, yeah. Squirrel's going to get the win, which is good for him. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah. So, here we go. The Alpines taking the run down towards turn 1. Zen's gonna make RB go on the inside, but more than enough room between the two of them to be able to get it done. Nice and safe. Am I the only one seeing this? Dan, Young has gone from medium to medium. Is he attempting the 2-stop, or is he going to try the 1-stop on the double medium, which kind of doesn't happen? The game's going to disqualify him. Oh, and Zen going for the move down towards Ascari. Gets it done nice and easily. RB doesn't put up much of a fight. Great battle between the teammates here. That's the one thing I've loved about the Alpines all season. They have been... Them and the Aston Martins, they've been absolutely amazing when they're both on track. Shame not to see the Aston Martins today as well with Panda and Josh. That would have been a great race as well. I'll be getting the move done on Zen towards turn 1. So yeah, lovely battle between the two teammates here. Just goes to show level respect between the pair of them, which is great to see. Down towards Ascari, Zen with the DRS wide. It's literally just chop and change between the two of them for the entire race now. But they are moving ever so slightly closer towards Squirrel by doing this. Okay, so let's do this now. Oh, DRS wide open for RB. There we go. Makes the move. Gets it done before turn 1. Don't even need to watch the screen. I know what's happening. So watching these two is just amazing. I love watching some of the guys we got here because, you know, it's we got some great drivers here, and it's just a pleasure to watch every single one of them. So Zen with the DRS Open, heading towards Ascari. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Six laps left to go. And these guys are literally chasing each other down, but they're not pulling in on Squirrel. Squirrel is literally in a world of his own right now. But they are pulling away from Kitch. So the Alpines look as though currently they're going to be securing 2 and 3. Which will pull them up quite massively, because Aston Martin aren't scoring, Williams aren't scoring, Ferrari aren't scoring. In fact, every team above them is not scoring tonight. So if it stays the way it is, where are they? Alpine. Let's just go. Let's say it's that way around. They would go 4th. After this, they would go 4th. So yeah, great racing from the two of them. However, Zen not quite close enough to get the job done before turn 1. So he's going to have to leave it for Ascari. Oh, Kitch with a further 3-second penalty. Arby with a 3-second penalty. Damn, I missed that. No, Arby's got his 10-second penalty, hasn't he? That's right. So they need to get the gap further up. That's what they're trying to do. That's it. Who did I just see then? Oh, it'd be Osmingo. Okay, the ghost of Osmingo. Oh, the way it is at the moment, Kitch would clear Mingo. Arby. Sorry, Mingo. He's now 9 seconds behind 3rd place. Less than 9 seconds. They've got 4 laps to do it in. It's possible that they could get that 10-second gap, so they can still keep 2 and 3. So yeah, it's possible to still keep 2nd and 3rd. I mean, even if they didn't, they would still go 4th, I believe. Yeah, they'd still go 4th. And here comes Zen into Ascari. Arby just sitting in behind him. Yeah, they're going to clear the 10-second gap, so that's going to be good for them as a team. But it looks like Zen's going to be taking 2nd regardless of what happens, which is going to be a confidence booster for him, because I think that is going to be his best finish of the season. And 3rd is going to be the best for Arby so far this season as well. So as a personal best for each of them, it's going to be a great race for Team Alpine tonight. Sorry for being... So yeah, they've just cleared a 10-second gap between Kitch. So that's going to be helpful for RB. I think this is the best team drive I've seen all season. Yeah, your AI is not doing the greatest job, is it? So yeah, they're 11.5 seconds ahead of Kitch now. I think the tyre change for the Mercedes has really not helped. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Also, we got one more season, guys, for all those watching, on F1 24 before it goes over to F1 25. Hopefully 25 is an improvement. Oh, and there we go. RB with the DRS wide open, straight down. They're now 12 seconds clear. Yeah, it's quite easy for them now, just as long as they both stay out of trouble. Sappy with a further 3-second penalty. That's just kicking a dog while it's down, that is. Zen heading towards Ascari. Yeah, they're doing an amazing job as a team. However, Zen, Arby is on yellow on his fuel. How's Zen doing? Zen's okay. So it looks like Zen might have got the better. Zen's going into the pits. With 1 lap to go. What's Zen doing? He's going for the fastest lap. But that's just allowed Kitch to sail through. That's... You just sacrificed... What's he done? He's 8 seconds behind Kitch. He has literally just thrown a podium away to gain us an extra point. 1 point. But you've lost like 6. He's not going... See, RB's now just set the fastest lap on a 122.0 on 14 old hards. He's not going to catch 8 seconds in a lap. Oh, all he needs is 6 seconds. Okay. And no, he doesn't have the battery to do it. Still, all he needs is to get within 6 seconds. But we will jump on with the leader. He is coming around the final corner. Squirrel was driven the perfect race. Not that he's had anyone to challenge him. Round the corner, crosses the line and takes the win here by setting the fastest lap as well on a 129.9. RB coming around the final corner to take second place. Zen has a 3-second penalty. Congratulations, Squirrel, on the win. Kitch coming around to take third place. Is Zen going to pull off the fastest lap? Which he doesn't. And Lipmanen is now going to take fourth. Zen now has fifth. Mingo has been lapped, which is unfortunate because that is his ghost. I don't know, RB. I'm as confused as you. I'm not gonna lie. Here comes Magster to cross the line in sixth. And in last on his first race, well, second to last, is Young. However, he did clear someone. I need to. So, Squirrel taking the win of the evening, his second win of the season. Congratulations, mate. Well done. What a drive you done without making any mistakes from start to end. Congratulations, buddy. That was just RB taking seconds. Well done, mate, after your 10-second penalty. Kitch taking third. Lipmanen taking fourth. Zen taking fifth. Magster taking sixth. Mingo, unfortunately, you will be last. Second to last. And Young, on your first race here, will take seventh. Mingo will be in eighth. And Air will be in ninth after his DNF. So congratulations, guys. Thank you for the ones that did turn up tonight. You know, even though there was meant to be more of you. Hope to see you next week. We will be at Jeddah. We will have a sprint race as well. I will be here doing the commentating as usual. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have an amazing weekend. What is left of it. And I will see you next week. If you like what you're seeing, if you're new here, guys, do like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to race or you want to commentate for us, whether it be F1 or GT, there is a link within the bio. Head over there and speak to myself or Dan, and we can sort something out for you guys. All right. But until then, have an amazing evening, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. All right. Have a good evening, guys. Thank you very much.